It is always a pleasure to welcome this man, Daniel Knight of Studio B, to the show. Now, the holidays are upon us. Is that a good time for portraits and having family photos?
It's a great time. It's really, really good. There's a couple of things especially about it I find, and that is, number one, everybody's together. A lot of times that becomes very key, especially as families get a little older and kids run off and get married and have kids of their own, and kids go to college, et cetera, et cetera. So oftentimes everyone's home. It's a really happy time, which I think is great too. You know, there's a nice energy around it. And it's actually something, for example, in this particular case, I'm thinking especially about families, of course. It's also a great thing to do together for the family. It's actually fun for them, you know, and of course the gifts that comes from it, the gifts that come from it, are priceless and
and they never stop giving because you've captured that moment in your family's life and history. Let's talk about planning for that, though. I mean, you just mentioned a lot of moving parts, getting everybody in there. And then how do you help your clients prepare, like what to wear? I mean, I have a lot of questions about that.
Well, right. A lot of times people want to know about what to wear. That's a big one, and I like to say that in general, I don't suggest that it's matchy-matchy.
Like we saw so much of the khaki pants and the white shirts on the beach.
In the 90s and that sort of thing, especially, jeans and white shirts and this and that. And then it works. Match is okay. But it's a little bit better if you can just find things that work together, you know. The couple here, you know, it just works together. It looks real, but it also works.
Because then the clothing doesn't become the star of the show or pop out, so it sort of blends in with what the family.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So that's mainly what I encourage. And also a lot of times I encourage, you know, if you're confused and you just really don't know, bring more than one thing.
Well, that's a good idea, and then just try them on and see.
A lot of times people will show up with, we could do this for him or this for him, we could do this for her or this for her. And we just kind of figure it out, put it together.
Does it matter to you if you're outside or inside as far as how you guide them with what to wear?
It does a bit because, of course, we need to be in season with weather. It's silly to be outside in T-shirts when it's 30 degrees. And,
yes, it is.
You know.
Check with the weather maker.
I mean, you know, it's just like, you know, the frost back there on the windows is a dead giveaway.
Yes, it would be.
Right. So I encourage people, especially if they are doing something outdoors, to do something that feels seasonably correct as well, you know. And there's nothing wrong with sweaters and scarves and light jackets and things like that. I think they can be they can look great in portraits.
No, they can. And I love this picture of these kids right here. I mean, it's really ultra casual, but it works.
And it's an engagement portrait, by the way. I do a lot of wedding work as well. It's an engagement portrait. And, of course, obviously it's fall. And that's right there on my property, by the way.
Well, let's tell everybody where you are and how you use your property, Dan.
Well, so I'm on 17 acres of mostly wooded property in Posey County. We're about a half a mile from downtown Evansville, half an hour, excuse me, from downtown Evansville. And you use the property a lot for my outdoor work. We have a fabulous studio there. And it's really great, though, to be so close to all these visual outdoor possibilities, you know, where people can have a place to change, step in when it's hot, whatever the case may be. They have that shelter right there, close and handy, but we can walk out the door and be down next to the lake or be out there, you know.
Spot all the way around. You can obviously see the different seasons here. But let everybody know how they start booking because, you know, the holidays are upon us. How do they do that? So
that brings up two very important things to say. First of all, obviously book ASAP.
ASAP.
I have to say Saturdays are almost completely full until November the 17th at this point. But I have a lot of later on in the day things. And until the time changes, which is after the weekend of November the 2nd or 3rd, I can work until about 5 o'clock outdoors.
Still get that good light, right? But call now and get your plan together and get on there.
And call now and tell them that you saw me on the show, and we'll give you 40% off the price of your session.
I love a deal. I love a deal with great photography. Thank you, Daniel. It's always a pleasure.
You're welcome.
Get your photography booked now for the holidays. He'll take good care of it, as you can see. When we come back, we'll talk to Katie and Jill.
This portion of Lifestyles is sponsored by Studio B Photography.